Welcome to Corrective Exercise. My name is Patrick, and today we're going to be talking about core and how to properly strengthen the core. So there's two main systems as far as core goes. I'd like you to think of it as that way anyways. There's core muscles that hold the spine in place. Those are the stabilizing muscles. And then you've got the movement system, the muscles that actually bend and manipulate the spine, so they cause movement. Traditionally, when people train their core, we're talking crunches or sit-ups, those type of movements involve bending of the spine, moving of the spine, so they're working the exterior muscles, abdomen, obliques, even low back you can include. Those are the muscles that move the spine, but there's the deep inner muscles this is the stabilizing muscles that actually hold that spine in place. So very important for good posture and again, just keeping that spine, that vertebrae in proper alignment. So people generally don't do enough stabilization, core strengthening exercises. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I have my assistant Jared with me, and he's going to demonstrate. So for the first exercise, we're going to do the traditional elbow plank. Now we're going to start off with, go ahead, just do a regular plank without the tilt or the tuck. So his back, as you can see, is nice and flat. And that's basically the traditional plank, elbow plank. Now this can be done from the knees as well. How would you demonstrate just doing from the knees? So if going from the toes is too tough, you can digress the exercise down to the knees. Still keeping a straight spine. Basically from the knee up through the shoulder, there should be one straight line. All right, Jared, if you could, let's go back to elbow plank, and we're going to show some improper form, what improper forms look like. Okay, let's start with the pike with the hips way up. So as you can tell, his hips are way too high. Now what this does is it takes pressure off the abdomen, so it's going to be easier. He's probably putting more pressure on his shoulders. But if we're doing a core exercise, we don't want to be strengthening the shoulders here, we want to be strengthening the abdomen. All right, you can go ahead and relax. Okay, next one we're going to do is the hammock. Now he has kind of a hammock going on where his back is drooped down, and basically he's not really engaging his abdomen muscles at all. He's just suspending himself off the ground. It's really not doing much for the core. So can you go back to the ideal position, just straight? Notice how his hips are so much higher off the ground. His body is in that straight alignment from his heels all the way up to his shoulders. All right, great. All right, welcome back to core strengthening. We're again talking about the core, talking about the stabilizing muscles, and we just showed the traditional plank. Now we're going to add a twist, a way to progress this exercise to make it a little more intense and get more of an effect out of it. So we're going to show the tuck exercise. Basically, it's you're going into a crunch with your core while you're doing the plank. So Jared's demonstrating here. Okay, back to normal. So here's this normal plank. Body is straight. Now we're going to tuck those hips under. Basically go into a crunch. Engage the glutes. Okay, back to normal. Notice the difference. How he's rotating his hips. His hips are rounding. Going to feel a lot more and is engaged in his abdomen. Last one. Good. And relax. Okay, so we were showing just how to get into that position. Now we're going to walk through how to actually do this exercise. Most people, when they do a plank, they'll hold for a long amount of time. And generally they think the longer they hold it, the better. But what happens over that time, the longer you hold it, the more your body is likely to compensate And that's when we see those poor forms like the hammock and the pike where the hips are way too high. All right, let's go. Ideally, just short bouts is better. So about 5 seconds at a time, we're going to hold this exercise. Ready, and up and hold. His hips are tilted, he's in that crunch, flexing his abs as hard as he can, and relax. Right back up. Engaging his glutes, his abdomen, shoulders are engaged, and relax. Up and hold. I'm going to press all the way into my hand too. Your shoulders are up as high as they can be too, so we're working a lot of muscles here. And relax. One more. Up and hold. Flex, flex, flex. Maintain breathing though while you're doing this too. And relax. Good. So we just went for about 30 seconds. And I guarantee if you try it that way, you're going to feel a lot more than if you're just trying to suspend yourself.